You were talking to fans on Twitter. You talked about how much you miss fighting, but there was one tweet that really stood out responding to a fan who asked how much you miss it. And you said, let me pull this up real quick. Quote, every day, the moment my eyes open, I've done it for 2 decades, dedicated my life to it. A part of me has died. Can you expound on that a bit? And is retiring harder for you than you thought it would be?
Yeah, it's harder than I thought it would be. I thought it would be a relief. Like when I finally put the gloves down and I don't have this weight on my back or this cloud over my head of getting better or what's next. There's another fighter training to compete against me. That's been like that in my mind for 20 years. I thought it would be a relief and an exhale and life would begin in a different way. But it kind of hasn't yet. Maybe I'm still processing, maybe it's going to take more time than I expected. But when you do something for this long and dedicate your life to it, every day I was waking up with a fire under me, trying to be a better fighter, get in better shape, learn new tricks, ask questions. It was a journey of, I was finding out a lot about myself, but finding it out through martial arts. And then one day you wake up and it's just not there, but the fire's still there, but the fact that I'm not going to get to do this again and anytime I've ever lost in my career, I've always righted the ship. I've always put things back in the right direction. And now walking away from this, I know that was it. Like I don't get a chance to right this ship anymore. I don't get a chance to put my hands in the air again. It's just I miss it more than I thought I would. And I'm still processing it all. I think day by day, time heals all, but I'm just hoping I get into a better flow. I've been just really trying to keep my mind busy, staying busy doing things so I don't have time to sit around. But God, I got to tell you, man, the days are long when I'm not waking up, training, coming home, training again, doing road work, just it's a way of life. It's not just a sport I competed in. It was the way I lived my life. And and I'm still processing.
Yeah, it seems like short term, it's tough, but long term, you seem content with the decision. I am curious after reading those tweets, is there anything that could get you back in for one more? Like the White House card, that is a one of one significant event that I'm sure you've seen the renderings. It looks absolutely bananas. Could that do it? Or there's nothing, no chance.
I mean, my wife and my family really doesn't want me to continue fighting. And, the way that last fight was obviously premeditated. We had the time to set things up and do these videos and display parts of my career that people might have forgot about, or when I was a younger fighter, showing the clips to the audience and stuff. Like, how could I ever, and it was at home in Louisiana, how could I ever do that again? It's like, it was such a perfect send off. I'd be doing myself a disservice by coming back, but I would never say never, but it would take the perfect circumstances and everything for me to ever put a pair of gloves back on and fight somebody.